quick items. Legion's enabling TA. Wraith King's getting the vision to unlock the game of TA plus a double supports to play into that. So yeah, they need a good start.
That is sick.
Lycan.
I love it. So you're going to buy Armlet Echo.
I hope so,
means
yeah.
A ton of armor, so you're not as susceptible to the raw physical damage of the 3 Navi cores. And you have creeps. You're a minion hero. You run at the TA, you hit him. Doesn't matter if he has BKB, you burn through that refraction.
I will say the only potential downside is, if the game isn't clean, Legion into Lycan, you're always going to have that lockdown, that BKB piercing lockdown. You pair that with the jump of TA, Lycan could 100 to 0, and you have all the team fight in the world, but when your carries is instantly dead and you have no innate save until like a Phoenix Ags, it could be an issue. But yeah, I like how these final 2 picks gave a little bit of flair to both drafts.
Now, you guys were talking about a right-click build, which I get a test. I got dumpstered by Koifa with that. Is there any chance we see Helm of the Overlord for Lycan as a replacement to Necronomicon, or are we set on like a single target build?
I think the timing of buying that item is so expensive, it's hard to get it nice in the game. I think Armlet, Echo Saber are the 2 kind of cheap items.
Then you see.
And then you bam, bam, slap, and you fight.
Then it's BKB, AC, I've seen Satanics early on. Like, Lycan straight up is a force to be reckoned with. You have the Puck for the easy control too. It's a nice draft. I like it.
I think the underdogs, the burden is on Puckchamp here to be able to perform. They've got a high, fast-paced lineup that, Tikov, you said is to their credit. Like, they've been doing this very well.
Yeah, and that's the main thing, I think, using in terms of Kyle, it's the first Aegis. Get that Aegis, get yourself into the game, then they're going to be in a good stead. If they lose the first Aegis, it's going to be a hard climb, and maybe their draft falls off if they don't have that advantage on their side.
All right, well, potential tiebreakers for both of these sides if Navi wins. A lot of stress and strain going on in this series, and we'll see who is able to put up with the pressure. It's Fogged and ODPixel.
Thank you very much, Cap, and excited to see this one, Fogged. Of course, another very important series. And we're getting some interesting stuff. We're getting first the Roger Hoodwink, the off-lane Legionnaire coming out from Navi. And then on the side of Puckchamp, this final pick of the Lycan. I mean, what do you make of this, Fog? Do you think this Lycan's going to be the sort of way to play against what Navi's shown?
I think it's a pretty cool approach. It's about dictating the pace. Whoever's going to get this like first early Roshan, first early good aggression after maybe some potentially good lanes, I think is probably going to come out ahead. Also, pretty decent hero that can work versus TA, right? You're just able to mass up and swarm her, even if you don't have your Necro book and stuff like that. It's still about that like speed, and your Wolves do at least brace for fraction. Yeah, I think it's cool. I do think both drafts have kind of tried to counteract each other. Navi, I think, maybe a little bit of a better one, because I do really like their lane setups, especially Breaking AA. Strong. We've seen it tested so many times. It's unbelievably potent. We've seen this TA versus Puck matchups a million times. The TA just ends up dominating it because you can farm small camp plus pressure Puck out of the lane around level 5. The bottom lane, that's the one I'm going to be looking at mostly. Let's see how this Hoodwink and Legion Commander is able to do versus a Lycan, plus what I think is going to be a Snapfire.
Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, is this going to be a lane, will we see like some early levels of Howl? Because I'm guessing Howl and Little Shredder is going to be quite nice for the minus armor.
Yes, there is the Dispel though, right? Yeah. Little Shredder, you can dispel the minus armor off of it, so it's like, we'll see if they do go down that route. Because I usually still see the same thing for most of these Lycans. It's like you're still getting, you want Feral Impulse really like maxed as early as possible because it gives such a ridiculous bonus. He's got himself in a weird spot.
See if they're able to give it to Iceberg. He wants it. And he's going to get it.
Yes,
first blood here for Iceberg in the mid lane.
The TA getting first blood versus Puck. That is going to be concerning.
Yeah, good luck against that.
Hey, good luck. Tip him away. Get him ready for the game.
Iceberg's he's on track to get a pretty good farm rate going here earlier on.
I wish I would see people actually get Howl. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. Because then, yeah, they'll just Howl, Shredder, Dispel. See you later. Oh, that'd be cool, but it's not gonna happen.
Well, you feel like you're not even just the 1 point. It's just not really worth a value point. No.
No, and your Wolves can be really strong actually in this lane. They could have some trouble killing them with both Hoodwink and Legion Commander. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking mostly at the bottom lane to see how well this Lycan does. Because I think if Lycan has a good game, Lycan dictates the pace. Lycan can go for that early Roshan while it can prevent Navi from getting in. And then they can actually steamroll, push towers. But I think it's still going to be quite tough. Navi has a very nice draft. And they've got the V-Tune Wraith King to always rely on.
Sure. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, ultimately, this is... It seems like pretty obvious that this game is a game where if Puckchamp don't steamroll it with this Lycan and with this Puck mid, they will suffer massively in the later stages against a TA and a Wraith King.
Absolutely. I absolutely do think so. All these heroes can become quite squishy when you're playing versus all this minus armor that will be coming out. from what we've seen from these TAs. I'm wondering what build the Wraith King goes to. I think he's still going to just be like Armlet Radiance, of course.
Yeah,
But
happy with the greed.
yeah, I think so too. Because he's going to have the Death Cell from the TA, so yeah, we'll see. We will definitely see. And let's see how this Phoenix is able to do. We've seen Astral play this a couple times. Do like Phoenix right now in the state of the patch, but they did get like the counter pick, of course, in that last pick. The Legion's always going to be able to press attack off those Fire Spirits. Later on, TA has Meld Dispel, which is always really effective versus that too. So yeah, we will see.
Yeah. I mean, and do you sort of join T with his excitement about Legion? A hero we don't see a lot, but do you feel there is some sort of untapped potential with this hero?
I think this hero is actually pretty broken, to be honest with you. Played in the right games, it can just win you the game single-handedly because you just sit back and you press the attack ball. We saw Secret do it once, I believe, here in the EU region, but in China, like XXS runs rampant on this hero. He goes like the same build every game.
What sort of the aura build?
He does the aura build every game, and usually he ends. Most of the games, honestly, he ends the game like 1-8 as a Legion commander. But his cores are just dominating the game because they're just enabled so nicely from him. But he really does actually have like 8 deaths every game. It's pretty funny to look at. But he's actually owning. He's got like Bracer, Pipe, and then just Shard, Blink, and whatever else he feels necessary for the games. It's quite a funny watch. And we do definitely see the purpose for that Legion this game, right? Versus those Fire Spirits, versus the Shredder in the laning phase, but also breaking that coil is going to be that big one, dispelling that.
Top lane as well.
Melez.
They're going to let him go. They're not going to waste any more time here. VG doesn't want to miss the creeps. Some good damage, good harassment here as they push back the center. I mean, already we are seeing some of these lanes. And Navi getting a pretty significant edge. Bottom lane, Ramsey's 14 for 3 against the 18 for 2. You know, all 3 cores of Navi coming out on top so far.
Yeah, Kryla actually just has to play the lane to CS. You're not going to ever kill this light Legion commander. You just have to play around last hitting with your Wolves. Because if you actually just hit the Legion, then she just turns and hits you back with her Moment of Courage procs from your extra attacks. So just got to play it really passive down here until you do see like a big misstep. Or you see the Hoodwink leave the lane and you see an opportunity with Shredder and stuff like that versus Ramses. As we already see, Roger is starting to stack, as we saw him back up there for a second. Starting to get those ready.
And for Krilla on the Lycan, what is the build? It's Echo Saber. Is it you do still get the armlet after the Echo Saber, or can you skip the armlet?
I've seen so far just 3 deviations of builds. I saw a couple pub games. I haven't really seen too many officials, but I saw a Dominator build. I saw Echo every single game, and then I saw also another game where they just went Echo Deso, and they just go for just playing super aggressive around getting Roche really early. But I think he's just gonna. I don't really know what his second item will be in particular this game, because it does look like there's a lot of difficult things he has to deal with. But Echo is definitely core.
So far,
looking good for Navi.
They're really getting that edge.
And they're stacking. Look at this, Roger. Getting a nice early medallion pickup too. I like this.
There's not really a whole lot Puckchamp can really ever do about these stacks.
No.
They don't have any way of moving over here, so these are going to be completely safe for Navi to take at their wish.
Definitely a concern, Roger. See that level 2 Shredder coming into work. Painful. Always want to fly. Ooh. Does have to watch himself a little bit on that retaliate. Quite a bit of damage. This lane gets stronger now. As soon as Astral hits level 3, that's when Phoenix actually starts to be able to pressure a bit. Before that, the lane is very difficult to actually get aggressive. So we could see Always Want to Fly die up here. But Mela is constantly sitting low. So probably unable to make that aggressive move from the Centaur and Phoenix onto the AA. Because V-Tune, he should be fine unless he just really oversteps his bounds.
No, Papa Tango now, Melis.
Yeah.
Yeah, V-Tune. No, poke at the Astral here, but the spirits are out.
My god, these stacks are tremendous. Level 6 already on TA, by the way. It's pre-5-minute level 6
Have they just stacked? I don't think have they missed many stacks at all? They're pretty much getting every minute right.
Yeah, pretty much here. Bottom Ramses. Has gone for a couple more points in the Moment of Courage. Sorry, in the overwhelming odds, apologies, versus like the Wolves and stuff like that. Does want to at least be able to secure last hits. And he's doing great, so can't complain about the build. I know sometimes we like seeing this like the 0-2-2, but in this lane, definitely appropriate to go for the nuke. Because they also have Hoodwink, who's a kill hero. Yeah, they're between the two of them. They're going to do quite a lot of damage with those. And the Bushwhack Acorn and an overwhelming odds. It does make it very hard for Puckchamp to ever really get aggressive on them in the lane. Definitely some limited stuns that we are seeing from Navi, right? They are quite reliant on the Hoodwink landing pretty decent Bushwhacks in the midst of the team fights. Because when you look at just team fight department, Puckchamp's got that winning. You know, this Puck, Centaur, Phoenix, Snapfire, it's very strong in comparison to what Navi has. But Navi, with the winning lanes, you know, maybe don't need that heavy team players. Another stack. Medallion also finished up already.
Oh my goodness,
that is enormous.
Glorious at 6 minutes in. Oh, Iceberg's going to be a very happy boy with that. As we see, maybe Roger making up for the armlet game, you know. He's, giving some beautiful rewards here to Navi.
Oh, Roger. In a bit of a tough spot here. Cookie on the wolf. Very nice. He should be dead. Body blocks.
There we have it. Brilla picks up the kill. Top lane. Melez will get frozen.
Boom.
Navi might trade up. B-Tune's game continuing to look very solid up here. But we're seeing, I mean, honestly, you know, Desperate, even though we are seeing a lot more given to Iceberg with the stacks and stuff, you know, Desperate has also been cleaning up the farm completely perfectly mid. You know,
yeah,
only 10 CS behind the TA.
Let's see if he makes the move top right now. This could actually be unexpected from V-Tune. They might actually be able to get themselves this kill with the Centaur TPing in the front too. Yeah, V-Tune.
Here we go straight away. And they'll even pick up his courier.
Very nice.
So V-Tune will lose his courier. He'll lose his life as Desperate. Make sure to hit that perfect time and get active before Navi's quite ready with it. Bottom lane as well, Ramses. Should be fine here. He's going to be able to head out. I say that Krillet's doing some nice little micro, getting some extra hits in. Ramses will still be able to get away though.
I like the laning phase items that Ramses goes for. Soul Ring, as you mentioned, and then just the chainmail casual to build up the phase boot since he's playing versus a minus armor, all physical lane. We like that he's gone for that. Iceberg, yes, we know. He's going to be a monster. Level 9, about to be level 10. It's level 10 already.
He's got to be on track for hitting one of the faster desos if this game continues like this, with him having free reign of the triangle off the back of that many stacks that he's able to clean up such an early time. Just 7 minutes in, already holding on to 2k gold into deso.
My god, he's got like 600 plus GPM already. That's pretty crazy.
So if he finds himself an active rune, no, he won't. Desperate.
Highest amounts at 7 minutes. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense when he's gotten every single stack in the world.
Yeah.
Level 10 at 8 minutes. Oh, and like he's
level 10?
Massive.
Oh, I didn't even notice the levels. Yeah, you're right. Level 10.
Oh, man. I think he's got more stacks to work with. He's going back toward the jungle.
Has he?
Does he have like 1 or 2?
I mean, if he did have some over here, that would be one, but no, stacks over here.
I thought I saw Always Want to Fly make a little bit of a move over. Now we've seen Roger, he actually just ditches bottom, looking to make the plays around top since they can actually get some nice kill combos up here. They're going to try
and punish that.
Yep.
Because they're going to go on to Ramses whilst he's on his own. So if they're able to do the damage, as Ducalis is going to hold with the cookie until it's sort of that perfect moment. Here we go.
Ramses he tried
his best to dodge it. He's got the heal here. They've got enough damage to take down Ramses. A couple more hits. As Ramses is juking around. They don't know where he's gone.
Oh, there he is.
Now they'll find him. Have they got enough
It's about to end.
Ramses, he's away. Oh. He's able to get out there. Nice moves from Ramses will keep him alive.
And that's one really important thing is the shapeshift. You have to get yourself a kill with the first shapeshift or it feels quite awful. As Astral will be able to get himself away, but yeah, first shapeshift, unable to find much of anything. Sometimes we've seen a lot, like the rotations on mid, like especially if you have a healer like Puck versus TA, you coil and then just like wraps around from behind and like just sandwiches, but first shapeshift not gonna be successful. Roger. Go down.
Desperate. He's putting the work in him, making these moves every time he sees an opportunity to head up to that top half of the map, catch someone off guard. He's done so. Getting these 2 kills already. You know, very much trying to prove that he can just get as much done whilst Iceberg's having as much space as he is on this TA. We'll see with the Ancients, he's going to stack it up, and this will be the Deso done. So it's going to be pretty much a 10-minute Desolator here on Iceberg.
He can just go to Roche. Honestly, he can just go in, double meld, easy. With the Deso, he should be able to do it at this point of the game with them unable to really do much of anything of it. They're going to have to like fully surround it. It might just sneak by because he's been sitting so much time in the jungle. I think they can actually just smoke him in there.
I guess just having it this early, you are going to do Roshan that quickly.
Yes. As we know that Roche gains armor throughout the time of the map. 0.75 every... Oh god, I can't remember the exact formula. But whatever. Gains it over time. So earlier that you do it, the less armor that it has, so easier for these TA.
I mean, we'll have to get a stat up on this. This has to be the fastest.
It's going to be the fastest, right? I think, yeah.
By quite a bit, right?
Maybe not that much. It's probably only going to be like a minute ahead. Maybe not even a minute ahead, because there's been some pretty ridiculously fast ones. Let's say.
Well, at least level 12 here, 10 minutes in.
Okay, just kidding.
Well,
That's,
faster than the average.
that's the average. Fair enough.
I'm guessing we're getting that stat because maybe it's not actually faster than the fastest.
Maybe. Bottom.
See what they can do here.
They can't actually get a kill down. They're very
Coil's already
cagey.
been used, and they couldn't get anything during it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Medallion instantly thrown onto V2 or Ramses. We see the early Hoodwink purchasing that one up.
Dire structures can take
And as you say, these sort of 2 attempts here now with Shapeshift to get some action going, not finding anything, that really does hurt the flow that Puckchamp needs to hit with this lineup.
Absolutely. And this is the smoke. Is Iceberg going to go for a kill instead of going for Rush? It looks like it. They have 6 on the AA.
So it's actually slower than the fastest.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at that.
that must have been an insane game when it was 10 minutes 11.
He probably got some
But
solo
still.
kills or something like that inside the
Yes,
lane.
I guess the
Top
kills.
is- No, he's going to get dueled. He's dead.
He's absolutely dead, but the damage from Iceberg's dead. So at this stage, as long as Iceberg's around, you're winning every single duel that you start.
Dude, he got the tower. After he died, I guess the Retaliate swung to it and hit the tower as he was dying.
Oh, he did his job.
Good job.
They'll be happy with that bit of gold picked up, even though it goes down.
Yep, not the 9.
Kreenet's going to try and put some pressure in on the mid.
Not what it used to be.
Oh, look at that! If they get that double damage rune and go to Roche,
Oh, God.
Iceberg. Like, how quick is that? That's going to be like, in terms of the speed of solo roshing, that's going to be one of the fastest solo roshing if he wants to do it with the DD.
Nope, sorry, the patch fast. He's level 13, he's almost level 14 on top 2 is mid.
Well, he's just going to go in mid on with the DD. The Stampede comes out.
kisses.
Sharpshooter in onto Kreelet. Not enough damage to kill him. Few kisses down onto Iceberg, but Iceberg's able to get further enough away so Carlos can't continue to go here.
I think if Desperate knew that he had all that backup, perhaps he can actually throw the coil when they start the go onto the TA and maybe can actually kill him with the kisses. But he did have the backup of the Legion, so it's hard anyway. Navi. 2k gold lead already, and a couple ultimates here from Puckchamp not connecting perfectly. Both shapeshifts not working. Kisses, first time, not working either.
V-Tune farming away very happily. So he goes for, actually, yeah, going for the armor into the
armor
AC, so
AC, I saw that, yeah.
no sort of farming item.
Just going for the physical. I mean, he's playing versus a completely physical core of the Lycan. So if he just goes, they just have this overwhelming minus armor. They're just going to be able to literally run down the lanes and just take every building because they have the backup of the Legion, right? To just be that save, that protection. Looks like he's doing the build, the XXS build. He's got the hood already. So Melis again gets the stun.
Oh, they've got the Ray Fire Blast as well. They've got the duel available. They're able to lock him down as Ramses will secure himself another duel win.
Roger tried to get the last hit. Nice try. Sharpshooter, not quite connecting. Desperate. This level 15. Look at Desperate's level 10.
Oh, and the 5-level difference between the mids.
Oh my god.
Well, my goodness, I mean, well, as the panel was saying, we saw on the player cams that Navi very much coming into this game very seriously, and rightfully so, with as much that's on the line. And we're seeing it in this play here. This is just ruthless play here from Navi as they're just doing it perfectly, and they're leaving no opportunities for Puckchamp to get anywhere close to really what they would want to achieve with their lineup.
And they know they can just like walk up to the tower. Like look at Ramses just hiding on the sidelines. If he gets coiled, V2 will just break the coil. Same thing for Iceberg, and then they just get pressed the attack off to counter initiate it perfectly. And this is really good stuff from Navi. 4k lead already.
Yeah, it's massive. And with the lineup that scales infinitely better.
Yeah. Absolutely. I feel like Puckchamp, they have to get their ults to connect together. Look for some type of big kills here because this is starting to get out of control too quickly. And they want to do that pre-BKBs is the important thing too, because these ultis, they just get completely nullified from that BKB. The Snapfire, the Puck, the Phoenix in particular. So I feel like that even though they don't have the blink on the Centaur, I feel like with Desperate, they have to look to make moves with Egg and Snapfires. Ooh.
And they'll be off the mark there with the blink Iceberg.
Oh, Roger's
Might still
got his
get
back.
this though.
Another duel.
And Ramsey, I mean, it's looking great. 30 dual damage on a Legion here, 15 minutes in, and especially a game which is pretty low kills, you know. Ramsey's having a great time picking up the action.
Yeah, I don't think Puckchamp can just allow them to keep making these moves. I really feel like they have to start forcing some fights with their big team fight. Otherwise, they're just going to keep getting picked off. Like one bushwhack into a meld, like blink meld, like pretty much anybody's going to die to it.
Oh no! Oh, just not able to get him in time. Iceberg immediately with the blink, dodging the dream coil.
He can't. Oh man, the one opportunity they perhaps do have, and they can't grab it as well. No coil now. They do have blink on Centaur, so I still do think that they can look to make an aggressive move away from V2 though. but this ward coverage. Navi, when you get this type of advantage with TA, you know, we know what happens. Not only just wards, there's traps everywhere. They see your moves coming.
Oh, Melez. He's going to try, but again, the blink!
Oh, God.
Oh, God. The ice blast! Melez gets blown up. Desperate has to jump away.
Ramses?
Astro's trying to sunray down Ramses, but he's got to stop now because Iceberg always want to fly a feature and they'll start chasing them down. Krillit's popped the shapeshift,
Another
but he
shapeshift.
cannot fight into this. He's just got to use it to run.
Oh, and the skeletons, they've turned for Dakalis. He gets brought down as well. This game is getting real ugly real fast. When you're liking pop shapeshift and they can't even get one attack off because the Meld TA just completely zones him out, you're definitely feeling a very big concern. He's queuing up the halberd, needs some type of way to be able to stop the TA from two-shotting him. But yeah, this is starting to look grim, as we see there right after the blink does get whiffed, and then, oh, the side blades.
Yeah, so far this really is Navi just completely stomping Puckchamp. There's nothing close about this one. You know, Navi, they may have had some sort of rough performances. In this series where it matters the most, coming into this game one with nothing less than their best. They're giving it their all. You can really tell it as Navi maximizing this opening to its full potential. 17 minutes in, 6K lead. V-Tune, Iceberg, well at the way at the top. Iceberg also half a recipe away from a BKB. Like this is Navi playing at 100%.
And they're not getting pressured, really. Like, I know that's like the main purpose of when you pick like a Lycan draft. You have to be really successful with your first fuels. We haven't even seen an egg. We haven't seen the kisses actually connect on top of it. They have to get something to land, or this game's going to end in the next few minutes. Trying to play around this ward vision, but yeah, they're just, no one's here.
They can't at these towers. Navi holding on to every objective. Ramsey's just 100 or so gold off from having the pipe for the team.
V-Tune is so deep and they're not punishing it. The tier 2's gone. It's 17 minutes. They have no outpost. So they're going to fall further behind in gold, further behind in experience. And then even if you do have overwhelming team fight, you can't win the team fight because of how far behind you are in levels.
Yeah. It's not looking easy for Puckchamp. This is a very difficult spot to play from right now.
And I think that's the pipe already coming out on Ramses too. So your magic damage is going to be counteracted.
Pretty much got the AC as well. Just a couple hundred gold off from that.
Stampede.
I guess they're trying to get close to meet you. I mean, they're going to get the shot. Nothing good's coming of this for Puckchamp, I don't think. Melez is gone. He's going to throw it when the duel comes out. He's going to lock down the Lycan, try and protect the TA. He's actually going to get on top of Iceberg. He's going to be able to find out where he's want to fly. And they get Ramses as well. They're going to try, but V-Tune's able to come back in with the stun. Sharpshooter hit comes in. Krilla has to back off. Astral, dive up. If Roger can find him here, can. Beautiful placement there of the Acorn shot. We'll be able to get the reach in to grab the kill onto Astral. A bit of a punch back there from Puckchamp. They find a big one. Iceberg, for the first time we were able to see Krilla actually get a chance to be aggressive with the ultimate.
Okay, there we go.
Desperate. Well, there we have it. Picking up a huge solo pick-off at the end of it all onto Ramses. Puckchamp with a little sign of life here.
Gotta keep it going. That was a good connection of all their ults. It feels like it came a little late. I feel like I wanted to see that come just a bit sooner in the game because we did see them get such a successful fight when they're this far behind in gold. So just need to keep looking to connect these big oldie combos. Because I don't think you can go for Roger here. You might just get turned on. There's an ACV2 in here.
Oh, look at this setup as well. Stun into Sharpshooter, into Ice Blast. Goodbye, Melez.
And time for Roche.
He's suffered with this a few times now. Poor old Centaur. It's just so hard for Melez to jump in. Obviously, that time around he gets caught out a bit. But the last few times he's trying to initiate, he just gets blown up completely because of how farm some of Navi's heroes are. This Roche, he's gone in an instant. It gets completely destroyed by the minus armor from Navi. Aegis now on Iceberg. Now that last situation where you were able to get on top of him with the damage over time, the kisses being laid out around him, and damage of Krillit's Lycan, that doesn't matter next time around because he's going to be coming back for round 2.
And he's got BKB. He didn't have it actually in the last fight. I think it was coming out on the courier. So now he's got like 2 different forms to protect himself versus all this magic damage that they do actually have on Puckchamp. 7k gold lead. Lycan, these type of Lycan games, like you you kind of have to be the one to get rushed. It's similar on the other side for Navi, unless you just crush the lane. You know, TA can't recover. But Lycan is a hero that I think relies even more so on Roshan than almost anybody else now at this point. And yeah, like 2 or 3 of those shapeshifts not working out early game set them back quite a lot. Ramsey's just face checking the high ground, no problem.
He's pretty tanky here with the pipe. Oh, and there goes the Carlos.
I didn't even see him.
Right, just able to just close the gap, and Deso, the AC aura of V2. These heroes just melt completely. Desperate. He's actually trying to play around with Ramses a bit here on the side.
He's fine.
Navi's making their way over. Desperate. He can't stick around any longer here. Krillit's still dangerously farming the Ancients here.
Stun? Can't. It looks like Ramses, he's actually going to go for a blink for now, just to get more catch, and then, I mean, likely the shard. I think that's... I don't know, maybe he just switches for the shard anyway soon, because, like, why not? But I think he is looking to catch people who are outside of the base, but I feel like there's going to be a moment pretty soon where I don't know if Puckchamp's going to leave the base.
If Axe was a tower, he would never fall.
And how's their high ground defense? I guess not really too great.
No.
I guess outside of the ultimates, what, Dream Coil, Supernova Kisses, that's the big plays.
They need the ults. Yeah, they 100% need ults to have any chance. The side blade actually reveals the smoke. So Iceberg saw it.
What?
He was completely aware.
I mean, he's out. Pop the shapeshift. See what Krillit's going to be able to go for. Is over to the side. Desperate will drop down the Dream Coil onto Roger. Krillit's trying to make his way over, but the duel's out to Desperate. Desperate's gone. The trap's coming out. They'll slow Melez. Melez able to put the Hoost on. Krillit's still trying to chase down Roger.
Roger
doing his best to juke him out in the trees. As Iceberg, Ramses, they'll run down Melez. Melez, is he going to be able to blink out? He is. Melez will manage to survive here as he blinks back to safety. Ramses trying to chase down to Carlos, but I mean, can he die for this, Ramses? He's underneath a tower. He'll stomp out as Ramses won't be able to go any further.
That's most of the ults. That's 4 of them used, and they can't even get themselves actually any. But they couldn't even kill the AA. I saw the Lycan run in trying to kill him, and then he's like, oh god, I might die. As Sideblade silence, or sorry, Trap silence from the Shard, we'll be able to just take out the Phoenix in no time. This game is pretty impossible for poor Puckchamp to have a chance at recovery.
Yeah, up to the high ground they go, Navi.
Yeah.
They know that they can keep pushing on with Disarm if they want to.
Tower is under attack.
No Astral on the Phoenix for 30 seconds. And even with those that are up, 20 seconds on Dream Coil, 20 seconds on Stampede, 40 seconds on the Kisses.
Navi is not messing around with their item choices this game today. Either look at this, it just be like Armlet, AC, and then he's going straight for BKB on Wraith King just to end the game as fast as possible. As Roger on the hunt, like his itemization this game too, the Solar Crest Rush. Really good with his teammates. Also versus that Lycan.
Yeah, there's clearly there's no experimentation here from Navi. It's just straight up just pulling out what they think to be the best, and it is looking to be the best.
It is.
With their draft and play. Iceberg is ready to do a little bit of casual diving here, kind of getting a little closer to the tier 4s, but he can. He's got a haste rune.
And there's the Shard from the Legion. He does go for it instead of the Blink. They'll find Roger in the back lines, but your base is dead.
Dire's courier has been slain.
Let's get a courier as well.
Dire's bottom tower is
Being a bit
under
annoying,
attack.
cut the wave.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Now though,
under
does have to
They
watch
find
out.
Desperate.
Coil?
Got the core down to turn them. They're going to try and get a fight going here. Kisses coming in from the side. The BKB's around from Iceberg. Iceberg turns, blows up Melez. They'll lose V-Tune the once. Krillin, he's going to continue to run down Ramses. See if he's able to finish up this Legion on his own. Desperate turns his attention over towards V-Tune to Carlos and Astro coming in as well. See if they've got enough burst to bring down V-Tune a second time. V-Tune, he turns with a Ray Fire Blast. He's trying to run. Iceberg comes back in, gets the hit off. But takes it down. V-Tune still life-stealing to keep himself alive. Krillin desperately chasing to kill him. Will manage to clean him up. Astro goes for the TP out. Woo! Just makes it away in time, but now Krillit's been left alone. And the Iceberg always want to fly. They're ready to run down the Lycan. See if Krillin can make it away from this. He's got the disarm for the TP.
He's gone.
Krillin also manages to survive. So
All right.
Another fight. Navi, they're coming out on top, but not without casualties. They're losing both Ramses and V-Tune in that situation.
Yeah, they strike back decently there. Not too bad. And the Lycan gets away, which is probably the most important. Taking out Roger before the fight definitely seemed to be pretty effective when they can get that type of wraparound. The 2-man coil, very nice too, with Astral on the very far south side with his Egg and Sunray with that Shard. Not too bad.
I mean, for hard of a game it has been. Krillin, he's 3-0-3.
Yeah.
You know, he's still having a clean game. He's got the AC very close to done.
And he had, like, the first 2 or 3 shapeshifts literally netted him nothing. So, yeah, definitely pretty impressive, at least for the Lycan.
I just have to continue to just come out with some crazy moves to try and play from this far behind. Down 14k right now, Puckchamp.
Yeah, and his, he's having an okay game, but the rest of his teammates still are potential one-shots for when this TA does have the data list done, which it is finished. And Iceberg, he's got that silence built in, of course, with the shard, so do have to watch out for the Puck. Who's just...
All right, well, that's Desperate out for a minute.
And they pause the game.
The
instant everyone chat wheeling right
I'm
away.
sure it's a legitimate pause, but those kind of pauses always hurt.
Yeah.
When you've just killed someone that's unlikely to have buyback, and a very important someone as well. Desperate, the mid, down for a minute.
And there's the data list for Iceberg. Ridiculous item timings on this TA level. 22, 26 minutes as well. Well and truly enabled by his team.
Are you going to do something about
Let's see what they can do 4v5 here, Puckchamp.
Gotta get like... Oh, need like a 4-man coil or something with an egg in the back lines, it feels like at this point. Navi's not giving them the chance though. All of them spread out perfectly. Ramsey's in the back. V-Tune and Iceberg kind of as far separate as they can be while sieging.
Last
Rex.
trying to start something. Iceberg, he's already out. They want to try and just wait out the shapeshift. No need to be too hasty with this, Navi.
He just says, ow. He's like, please guys, come back.
That's going to put the kisses. It's going to have to come to a pretty abrupt end there. As soon as V-Tune steps close.
Guarding
just
the
having
support.
to watch from the side. He can't get going into this fight.
Navi's guarding the supports really nicely. Ducalis has gotten into it.
He's gone immediately. BKB does get popped by Iceberg. Supernova out from the side.
They're hitting it.
Turn towards it to take it down. And they'll be able to do so. That's the egg gone. Iceberg just moving in with the BKB. Onto Krilla. Ice Blast lands straight on top of the Lycan as Krilla goes down. So does Miller. GG is called. Navi 22-9 here, 21k lead at 27 minutes in. This, as I said, such an important series here for Navi if they still want to make their way to the major. And you can feel it. This was no messing around, no experimentation. This is the level that you should expect from Navi. That's sort of just top performance.
Yeah.